Hello again. This took me a few days actually to figure out what I was going to talk about in my next video. And it's now about wrestling Jesus this time. This is a topic that I've always wanted to do. Old Metallica versus new Metallica. And I am a big, huge, old school Metallica fan. From Master Puppets to Kill 'Em All to Ride the Lightning and Justice for All and Black Album. I don't like anything after the Black Album because when they tried to go into a different direction that they shouldn't have done in the first place, because artists do this type of music so much better than Metallica, like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Led Zeppelin, and the Blues Brothers, and other blues bands out there that play blues better than fucking Metallica. They decided to go to this route because they think that Load could sell as big as Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, and Load didn't even come nearly close to selling that much in album sales, and it got mixed reviews by critics and people alike. And I wonder why that was. Maybe it's because people wanted Metallica to still be heavy metal and not really change their music whatsoever, but they completely ignore these people, the ones that made them really once famous and how big that they were of a heavy metal, thrash metal band, and they decided to change their music. And I think that was pretty fucking stupid to begin with, because Load could have been another Metallica Black Album and be just as good, but it just wasn't there. And the reason I call these people that still like Metallica after the Black Album cheap is because they are nothing more than kissing this band's ass no matter what they fucking do, no matter what. And I find it totally fucking ridiculous that people still worship this band. Because A, they're not that great of a metal band anymore, and B, they shouldn't be called metal, because everything about this band completely changed after the Black Album got released. Is when Metallica's fucking career went absolutely way down the fucking toilet. I hate Load. I hate Reload by Metallica, because this was not the band that I once grown up to really respect and love their music. And when those albums came out, Load, Reload, Saint Anger, Death Magnetic, fuck Metallica. And anybody that likes the Load and Reload stuff and wants to fucking defend it, you're a fucking poser. You really are. Because those albums are not nearly as good as the five awesome, actually say this again, as the five Metallica records that became really popular with this band and made them really famous. Lord comes out in the year 1996. It only sold 680,000 units in its first week. And Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti comes out, that sells 16 million copies worldwide. What album do you think I'm going to listen to and I'm going to like better? I'm going to listen to Physical Graffiti because it's a fucking much better album than Load by Metallica anyway. And that's Led Zeppelin's sixth studio album that came out in 1975, and it was a fucking huge seller, and still to this day I enjoy it a lot more than I enjoy Metallica Load. Every single song on that album is a lot more enjoyable and a lot better than what the songs are off of fucking Load by Metallica. Because this is blues and hard rock and folk music actually done the right way, very respectfully, than how Metallica does it on Load. Which in my opinion, which as I see it, is a load of shit. Because you don't go from being heavy metal to being this type of music when you know there's artists that do this type of music much better than fucking Metallica does it. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they made Load, Reload, the shitty ass Saint Anger, and the way fucking overrated Death Magnetic. I don't know if they were on something or they were drunk or whatever, but I think that this band is completely done for anymore, because I gave it up on Metallica being a great heavy metal thrash band after these 4 albums came out, and I don't have no hopes for these guys anymore. I really don't. I'm completely done with Metallica releasing new stuff, because it's going to just be absolute shit. But the fucking sheep want to think, oh, Metallica's new album is going to be great. And, you know, old Metallica is so much fucking better than new Metallica, because they were a lot better of a fucking band. There was more talent going for this band. And also, they had more charisma, more energy, and respected the fans a lot more than what they fucking do nowadays. And if they do decide to actually remaster all their old stuff, I think that if they do that, they either should put out a live CD with the albums, or a DVD or a Blu-ray or something, to make it worth more to go out and buy it. Because I absolutely think that's would be actually a good idea. And the thing about Metallica are, they're once so great talent that they once had that made them so awesome has fucking been dead for years. Because I look at albums like these 4 albums that they did, I'm sorry, they are not better than the 5 albums that they made from 83 to 1991. You know, because I'd rather listen to Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All, Ride of Lightning, and Justice for All on the Black Album, because in my honest opinion, Metallica's last really good album was the Black Album, and that was basically it. Because after that, they completely went down fucking hill. You know, it's a shame that this one band that I used to have so much respect for became fucking complete and utter sellouts. Which I'm talking about, not where they actually cut their hair or anything like that, but only do it for the money, and they don't listen to their fans. You know, you can really go fuck yourself, Metallica. You know, and it's not Jason Newsted's fault that Metallica went into this type of direction. It's mainly Lars and Kirk's fault for wanting Load to not be a heavy metal record, which I think was absolutely fucking stupid and very dumb, by the way, because that's what the album should have fucking been in the first place. A heavy metal, hard rock, edge record. That would have been a lot better than how Load came out and wasn't really my cup of tea, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't care for Metallica after that, and I still don't. Because they haven't impressed me in so many years that I'm like, wow, these guys still have it. I look at, you know, Led Zeppelin from, 2007 with that tour that they did, a reunion called Celebration Day. They have so much more charisma, more talent, and more energy than what Metallica has been doing for the past 17 years. that they completely make Metallica look like fucking shit live. You know? And I pretty much heard that there's going to be another reunion next year. Robert Plant and the other three guys at Led Zeppelin. I'm actually excited again, because if he could sound this awesome on this live performance of Celebration Day, then I think he's just going to do just as good of a job as he did in 2007. And I think the rest of the band members are going to play just as great as they did on that whole release of Celebration Day on Blu-ray. That's going to be something that I'm going to look forward to, and I'm going to be really excited about. So that's great news. I'm happy about that. Now, why is it, even though I'm not a fan of AC/DC, but they still have more energy and a lot more going for them than Metallica does, and they're older than Metallica, but still, they still play like they did since 1976, still have that energy. See, that's what Metallica are truly missing, is their energy that they once had, and their talent they once had. It's absolutely gone from this whole entire band. Is it Robert Trujillo's fault? No. I think that he should have just stayed with Ozzy Osbourne, because A, he would have been better off, and B, I think that his talent would be a lot better than what it is in Metallica's right now. You know? And I don't want to hear this type of fucking dumb bullshit by some poser fucking sheep saying that you are, you don't know what you're talking about and all of this type of fucking bullshit. If I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, how come I've been listening to music since 1985, 28 years, and why have I been following Metallica for that long period of time? It's because I know what should fit in music and what shouldn't fit in music. And Metallica trying to be Led Zeppelin with hard rock, blues, and folk stuff does not fit in their category of albums. I don't give a fucking rat's ass. Because these guys, after the Black Album came out, Metallica were dead. And just gone and buried. And I couldn't believe when James Hetfield says that there are a lot of people that overanalyze Metallica because of how our music sounds on load. Well, you should have fucking not be an asshole towards that and could have came up with a better answer and said, well, we should have never made this type of music in the first place when other bands have done it so much better than we did it. Would have made more sense, wouldn't it? And it wouldn't make you look like a fucking asshole, would it, James Hetfield? And the thing about hard rock, blues, folk music is you don't fucking put it in you don't fucking put it in a heavy metal band, thrash metal band like Metallica. You fucking don't. Because of other artists that have done this type of music so much better than Metallica, you leave it up to those people. Because those people play it better than Metallica does. I mean, Physical Graffiti is way better than Load by Metallica. Because I don't feel that's a boring album. I don't feel it's a fucking crappy album. Because the drumming of John Bonham on that album makes Lars Ulrich look like fucking complete dog shit. It really does. And especially on a song like fucking Kashmir, that fucking blows Hero All the Day out of the fucking water. Because that song is so much better and so much more hard rocking than Hero of the Day by Metallica. I mean, Custard Pie I'd rather fucking listen to that than Ain't My Bitch by Metallica. Sure, it's talking about sex in a song, but still, I love that riff and I love the drums on it, and it's still a heavy song in its own way, but it's done very tastefully and very respectfully. I mean, the whole entire album of Physical Graffiti is a lot more enjoyable than Load by Metallica. I mean, and what the fuck are Wikipedia smoking when they put on Load by Metallica hard rock heavy metal? No, it's more like a hard rock blues alternative folk country album that this band was going for. I hate every single song off of Load. I hate Ain't My Bitch. I fucking hate 2x4. The House That Jack Built sucks. Until It Sleeps is absolute dog shit. King Nothing is crap. Hero of the Day fucking sucks. Bleeding Me is crap. Cure sucks. Poor Twisted Me I fucking hate. I mean, there's not one good single song that I like off of either Load or Reload. I don't. Because this wasn't the same band that made cool ass, in your face, aggressive, angry metal that I like. You know? And the thing about bands that been staying true to heavy metal, thrash metal, like Megadeth, Testament, Overkill, Pantera with a Great Southern Trendkill, Soundgarden Down the Upside, which is not a heavy metal, thrash metal album, but it's definitely better than Load. Every single song off of Down the Upside blows fucking Load out of the water. It's because Soundgarden, and there's not one single soft fucking song on the album, but T.Y. Cope is probably the most heaviest song on the whole entire album, because it's very thrashy and very angry, and just the guitars are just absolutely sick in that song. But it's a great song. I mean, I enjoy the whole entire album all the way through to the last song of Down the Upside. Fucking fantastic album by those guys. And at least those guys didn't really change their music that much. They kept it heavy and they kept it true to themselves. See, when you do that, but you come up with different ideas to make the album more interesting and different ways to come up with songs on riffs, that's what makes an album better. Not completely stalling out and being fucking assholes to your fans is something you should never do in the first place. That's why old Metallica is always going to be better than the fucking shitty ass new Metallica. Because the way I see it, their new release is not going to really impress me. It's probably going to make me disrespect these guys more. And I had it up to here with Metallica sheeptards that want to defend a fucking shitty band that used to be a great heavy metal thrash band, no matter what I fucking say or somebody else says in their honest opinions about why these guys are absolute shit and about why they fucking have sold out for the money. You know, Megadeth, The System Has Failed, kicks fucking St. Anger's ass all the way through. And that is the album that Metallica, St. Anger, really should have fucking been in the first place. You know, very thrashy, heavy, aggressive riffs again, angry vocals, you know, awesome, talented drumming. I don't get where people say Saint Anger is a good album when in reality that album sucks major ass. It's absolutely the worst fucking Metallica release ever fucking made. And that was what, Metallica's fucking 8th studio record. And they want to make something that is this fucking terrible and boring. How the fuck do you sheep want to say that this album is good? It's not. It's an absolute piece of fucking dog shit. You know, it's funny where people want to kiss Metallica's ass after the Black Album to continue to defend a band that hasn't been metal at all for the past 17 years since Lord came out. But hey, I'll kiss this band's ass no matter what. I don't care if they release a fucking album that's an absolute piece of shit, or they themselves take a major crap on it. I will defend it no matter what. You know, and these people that defend Metallica are fucking posers. Because if you guys know metal, but you want to say albums like Load, Reload, Saint Anger, and Death Magnetic are still Metallica, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. And fucking stupid, because these guys are absolutely nowhere near what they were since fucking 1983. I mean, it really disgusts me how people can defend such a shitty fucking pop band that should not be in the Big Four in the first place. Here's what I put in the Big Four: Megadeth, Anthrax. Even though I'm not a fan of Slayer, I'd put Slayer as well, just not a big fan of their music. And probably Testament. Or let's make it the Big Five: Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer, Testament, and Overkill. I would put it in there instead of fucking Metallica's shit in there, because they have not been that impressive for a very long time. You know, I'm just, it ticks me off where people want to defend this band no matter what. You know, when your band that has been so fucking highly overrated since 1996 has not put out any good heavy metal thrash records, that you want to defend this band no matter what, doesn't have any energy or any charisma, and their stamina is all gone, you're really going to be that stupid to defend this band? You're really going to be this fucking retarded? The nerve with some people I just absolutely cannot stand. Because I look at, you know, Megadeth and Metallica, they're both the same age, aren't they, pretty much? And what band has put out more heavy metal, thrash metal albums than Metallica since 1996? Megadeth, and who's been a much better talented metal band and still can kick ass live? Megadeth. Metallica does not have it. With whatever they put out, it's absolute shit anymore. And that's the way I see it. Now, I did this because I am a hard rock, heavy metal, blues type of guy. And I like some old stuff like Elvis Presley, Creedence Clearwater Revival, The Doors, Dio, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Dio, Ozzy Osbourne by himself, Alice Cooper as well, Iron Maiden, Alice in Chains, Twisted Sister, Guns N' Roses, old school Anthrax, Nirvana, In Utero, The Animals, which is a great band, The Who, I like The Who a lot, they're a great band too. But I'm just saying, when you've been around for about 30 years and you can't play like you used to, you don't have that type of energy and you have lost it, then you shouldn't be making music at all in the first place. You should be fucking retired and just stop making music for good. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Fuck the Metallica defenders, because they're nothing but sheep and fucking posers. So anyways, old school Metallica rocks. New Metallica fucking sucks. Later.